In this video, I'll walk you through the integration points between Adobe Commerce as a cloud service and Adobe Experience Manager Cloud Service. Adobe Experience Manager Cloud Service with Edge Delivery Services is used in the demonstration as a storefront, and Adobe Commerce as a cloud service is the backend that contains the store configuration, the product catalog, and more. I'll discuss two aspects of the integration. First, I'll show you how the product catalog in Adobe Commerce as a cloud service is connected to the AEM storefront. And second, I'll show you how I'm using AEM assets to host product images that are then connected to the products in the Adobe Commerce product catalog. From the Adobe Experience Cloud homepage, I'm opening Adobe Commerce. I'll start by creating my new Adobe Commerce as a cloud service sandbox, which takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Once the instance is created, I've got access to a fresh, empty Adobe Commerce as a cloud service environment. I'll start by creating a new website, a new store, and a new store view for my CitySignal brand. These three objects are connected to each other, and I'll reference them later when I'm configuring categories and products and when linking Adobe Commerce to AEM. With the basic store configuration done, I can create categories and products. CitySignal is a fictitious telco, so I'll configure products like phones and watches. Once the categories are done, I'll configure some products. In this example, I'll set up a product configuration for an iPhone Air, which comes in 4 colors and with 3 different sizes of storage. After creating the base iPhone Air product, I'm now creating product configurations for storage and color. There are several steps in the configuration flow. Don't forget that all these steps are documented in great detail on Experience League. You can find the link below. The products now exist and need to be in stock, so for this demonstration, I'm just setting the stock quantity to 10,000. After saving my changes, I've now got several variations of the iPhone Air available as products in my catalog. These products are ready to be sold, although they don't have a product image yet. I'll do that in a later step. I first need to make sure that these products appear on my CitySignal website. As you can see, when I go to the products category on my site, no products are being shown. That's because the configuration of my site isn't connected to Adobe Commerce Cloud Service yet. To link both environments to each other, I first need to copy the GraphQL endpoint of the Adobe Commerce Cloud Service environment and use the config generator on da.live to generate a JSON payload that has my Adobe Commerce Cloud Service environment details in it. Here we go. You can see the payload here. This payload needs to be added into the config.json file that is used by my AEM storefront. All the code from my AEM Cloud Service website is hosted in this GitHub repository. I already have a default config.json file, which I'm going to edit, and I'll replace the current code by the JSON payload that I copied from the da.live website. Changes to the config.json file need some time to process, and once they are processed, I can see my products become available on the website. I'm also able to configure the color and storage options, so this part looks fine now. The products don't have images yet. Let's change that now. Before the product visuals integration between Adobe Commerce Cloud Service and AEM Assets can be configured, I need to add a new commerce component in AEM Assets. The way to do that is by updating the code on the GitHub repository that is used by the AEM Cloud Manager pipeline of the program I created. Once I've opened my program, I can access the repo info here. I need to generate a password to access the repository, and I'll use Terminal on my Mac to first download the files that are currently available in this repo, and I'll then remove those and replace them by the files needed by the Commerce integration. And then I'll upload my changes. There are several steps involved, so don't forget that all these steps are documented in great detail on the link below. I've now created a new folder on my desktop, and I'll open a terminal window at this folder. I'm copying this git command line statement, and I'm executing it in the terminal window. I need to log in using the username and password provided here, and once that's done, the files on that repo will be downloaded to my locals folder, which you can see here. I'm now deleting those files as they aren't needed, and I'll download the right files from this Git repo. Those files are now copied over, and I need to make some changes in those files, which I'll do using Visual Studio Code. After opening the folder in Visual Studio Code, I'll do a find and replace to ensure that all references are set correctly in this file. Once that's done, I can upload my changes back into the Git repo of my program's pipeline environment. I'm opening a new terminal window at this folder, and with these 3 commands, I'm adding my changes and pushing them into the main branch. To ensure that these updated files are used, I now need to run my pipeline again. This may take 10 to 15 minutes, and I need to wait until it's done before continuing the configuration. Okay, the pipeline step is now finished. The next step is to configure the AEM Assets integration in Adobe Commerce as a cloud service. In Commerce, I'm going to Stores and then to Configuration. Under Adobe Services, I can see AEM Assets integration. I now need to provide the AEM Assets Program ID, the AEM Assets Environment ID, and then configure the other settings. The Program ID and the Environment ID can be found in your program in Cloud Manager here. AEM Assets becomes the visualization owner, and here we go. This part of the integration is set up properly now. The next thing is to enable the assets integration in the config.json file in the GitHub repo that is used by my AEM Storefront environment. By setting the property Commerce Assets Enabled to true, the link between Adobe Commerce and AEM Assets will now also be made on the Storefront. After these updates, I'll now have access to the Commerce menu option in AEM Assets. When I open any image file in AEM Assets, I'll now see this menu option appear, which allows me to configure the product SKU of a product in AEM Assets, and based on that product SKU, the link between the product in Adobe Commerce and the image in AEM Assets will be made. I'll now create a new folder for my product images, and I'll upload the images for the iPhone Air and other products. 11 images are now uploading, and once they are uploaded, I'll configure the product SKU, and I'll also approve those images so that they become available on the Storefront. Let's start with the iPhone Air Light Gold. I'm opening the product details, and on the basic page, I'll change the review status to approved. Then on the Commerce tab, I'll configure 4 SKUs, one for each product variation, and I'll set the image roles to thumbnail, image, swatch image, and small image for all product SKUs. I'll now repeat this process for the other iPhone Air variations, and voila, the iPhone Air product is now configured correctly, and product images will now be shown on the Storefront. Let's check that. I'm going back to my City Signal demo site to the phones category. Let me refresh the page, and here we have the images. When changing the color selection, you can also see that the image changes immediately. With this, you've now seen all the steps involved in configuring the integration between Adobe Commerce as a cloud service and AEM Cloud Service for both sites and assets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.